Anywho, my argument will always be game preservation in the same way that people are sensible, where you can save physical media, and technically, yes, you can back up digital games, but unless you're... Oh. Thank God there's no lives. Oh.
Oh, so do they want you to bubble across? How do you do the shield thing?
You say, I would say it's a terrible gimmick, but...
Oh, and they gave you butterflies, so... The fuck?
Well, I'm confused and speechless.
I thought you were gonna die as soon as you hit the water.
Unless this is a glitch.
No, there... Oh, I thought we just picked up a quill down here.
If we did, I wasn't paying attention. Is this a glitch?
I don't think it is, because there's collision down here.
Where do I...
I guess they have...
Nope! Nope, 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 nope. It's not a glitch.
So, anyways...
Okay, this is definitely intentional. Oh, I guess... in some actual decent game design, they thought it would be...
They actually give you a buffer zone.
Which works out for that.
Yeah, they're good game design right there, but
Back to the main point. You can! Sean's not wrong about, oh, you could just back up digital games, but let me kind of put it.
Again, like I said, I know it is like a browser game, but that's kind of a good example of, as I had said, that one paid service thing like Cartoon Network had through their website. It was basically all the like browser games and stuff for it have essentially been lost, and we don't really know of anyone that's backed them up. Someone has, like,
God damn it.
Someone got a hold of the files for most of those games, but I believe it was they can't get the files to run, so they're not like 100%.
You know what? I'll just pop out and fly across.
So they're not 100% lost, but that's still kind of another example of, again, like, no one really ever thought to back this up, or like I said, the people
like,
that...
Sean's argument was you could just digitally back up your data forever. Most normal people with your download games, unless you're crazy, like, do you really try to back up your digital games?
And even to those that do, was like the cloud and stuff, well, yes, the cloud is a backup of saves and whatnot. At the same time, the cloud has the same...
The checkpoint's at the beginning of the room, and we've got unlimited lives, and I don't lose collectibles.
And flight.
What?
And flight, so you can just fuck the game right. Anyway, back to the main point that was... Anyway, back to the main point, which was that even if you use something like Cloud to back up your saves, the Cloud is still on a server itself, so once the Cloud goes down, even your backups are gone. That's also why a lot...
And you can back up your save files, but then you have, like... With the backing up your save files, you might say, but having the save files is nice, but that also technically doesn't preserve. Okay, I don't... Okay, this is just...
It's a giant thing of glass.
So we're gonna have to get in there, but...
Try to fly over it, or...
How about I go around? You know, well, through, but...
Ooh.
I can just stop in the betweens.
Okay.
But...
Yeah, okay. But
There's no death lasers in here!
Anyway, that's like another thing I feel. That's why a lot of people will commonly say it's like, oh, a company is so greedy to just re-release like the game was the, you know, version.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times people hate when companies re-release games with, you know, like a version of the game a few months later with like just all the DLC in, and a lot of people say that's normally greedy and a waste of money. I feel it's kind of a necessary evil because, again, the DLC has the problem of essentially once the servers go down, like a good like time. Well, at least we're not dead. A good example here for this would be
because it spins vertically.
A good example here would be the ending to Ashura's Wrath. They, of course, never re-released a version of the game that, you know, came with the ending, because that would just piss people off more. But because that's the case, once the servers go down, unless they ever do that, that means the game's ending is just going to be lost to time.
Okay. Whew!
I thought I was going to crush you.
Ha! That would have been convenient. Over here? Oh, sure, we'll be right over.
As well as speaking of games.
Hold on. Hi, Paigey. We completed the challenge. Can you please unlock the KG for us? Sure thing. Won't be a moment. This is the first time this has happened. Sorry, friends. I must have cage fright. I just can't get this to budge. Well, what are we going to do about it? We need to collect you. I could try slipping out of these bars. Stand back a second. How about that? It worked! Are you telling me all you pages could have fit through the bars this whole time? Carson left, by the way. You have to understand, it's quite comfortable in there. It's still whistling, so what did I miss?
I don't know how I feel about the game actually addressing that.
What? Okay, so...
There's obviously a quill or something somewhere in here. I don't know how to feel about that. The game actually
I can't... Oh! No, I saw it! It's the...
Oh.
Ha!
I had to point out...
Boo! Yeah.
I had to point out the game preservation. But, oh yeah, it was like I had said...
So I guess we cleared out this area.
Like I had said, there was a similar thing with the Toontown Online, which was an MMO that Disney made. A lot of people had actually liked that, so because of that, there's now like a fan server and stuff holding it up. And another crazy thing that people have Gaiden to work again with fan servers. The Dreamcast is back online.
Mm-hmm.
You can play Choo Choo Rocket online again.
Basically, to go back to my point, preserving physical copies can be saved and, to me, more easily preserved than trying to preserve digital games. I'm not saying digital games can't be preserved, but I really do feel like Shine basically...
As they can keep pulling little examples here and there of things like, well, it's not a digital thing, another example, the game, like another example of the game Marvel Ultimate Alliance. It had DLC and stuff, but the DLC, it's of course, you know, but now all the DLC and stuff, it's of course not being sold. They did re-release a version of the game on the 360 that had all the DLC called Marvel Ultimate Alliance Gold, but it was only for the 360. That means unless you got it way back in like 2007, the DLC for the PS3 version is technically lost to time.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you got a copy of it and bought that way back when.
And it really does... Like, I'm not against digital games, but I feel...
Yeah, or, you know, having this during a digital game, which is kind of funny.
Digital games are perfectly fine, but I feel this forced kind of abandonment of good old physical copies is just the games industry being a bunch of buttholes.
Yes, it is, and they've been trying to do that for years. Remember the online pass that was a way to try and curve the second-hand market? And that's,
I know it!
Yeah, that's, why to go a bit more broad, right? In a lot of ways, really don't like digital... In a lot of ways, I really don't like digital media and online things, because again, like, if a game has heavy online functions, it's like, essentially, unless, you know, basically a group of people are crazy and design some form of, like, fan server or something, once the servers go down, the game kind of becomes a brick. I would say a good example, but this wasn't really any useful content for the most part. Also, I just realized something.
I'm gonna take, like, all the damage, but... Okay.
Anyway, like, after Miiverse shut down on the Wii U, a bunch of Wii U games lost functions. Now, granted, all of the functions aren't really that good or important, but it is still a thing of a bunch of the games technically have things you can't do anymore.
I'm not making this mistake again.
Why is he on fire? That's the thing I've always wondered with those enemies. Why are they on fire? Because whenever you see them and they're on fire, you're like, oh, that means I have to put it out. But no, he's just on fire and you can grab him.
Okay, so... So I did this in a weird backwards way. Because you can just fly and therefore fuck over the entirety of the level.
Although I think we got the flying a bit before we were supposed to.
But you needed it to reach the...
I said a bit. Because they give it to you in this level.
No, they give it to you for free.
I thought it was the last thing.
No, in the level was the shield. So now I don't know. think we've hit a
Yeah.
point where I'm gonna have to expand in a minute here.
Yeah, I believe we will.
I think we got everything.
Or at least most of everything.
Because this path is just... You see? Because, like...
Yeah.
You can climb slowly, but that doesn't... seem to do anything. I guess I'll expand and explore a bit more before stopping. Because right now the world consists of that island, the area with the lighthouse, which we already explored, and that cave I just explored. So, hopefully I have enough pages. Just enough.
We're one away from 64, son of a bitch.
Yeah, but now we've gotten even 48. Expansion Jutsu.
We're not at the Naruto yet.
So, anyway, you're right about the digital thing, but I feel media, like, companies really need to optimize, and while a lot of people make fun of the Switch, games that are optimized for the Switch correctly, like Rayman Legends, now that was a Wii U game, but it was also on the other consoles. The Switch version, which includes all the DLC and a couple of minor extra things, was crunched so perfectly into a Switch cartridge, it's less than a gigabyte. That is optimization. You see, when you try...
That's why, well, like, everyone was like, oh, the Doom is an inferior version. It's like half the resolution and half the frame rate. Yeah, but it doesn't take up half my storage space on the fucking console. I'll take that version, thank you very much.
Rayman, they... By condensing
The Doom is almost... If you download the Doom RAW, it is almost 50 fucking gigs.
Okay, gotta go find the space princess. So I notice a lot more floaty things. What? I'm noticing a sudden... Okay. Also... I'm trying to remember where. I've heard the pirate treasure was on an asteroid near the entrance, I think.
Just don't try to look for the pirate treasure, that's when you'll end up finding it. Remember, you'll always find something when you're never looking for it.
Cause like, what I don't... Cause the exit and everything confusing. Okay. I can also just, if I need to, absolutely whip out a guide. Which we're probably gonna have to do anyway, but now we need to get back to the crazy expansions. Let's fly to the absolute limits of reality!
Talk about fly me to the moon. I just realized they had a chance for that joke and they didn't do it. I am disappointed, game developers.
I'm gonna have to die hard, though. Oh, the vertigo!
What can I say? I die hard.
Actually, because I hit the water and only took 1 damage, that actually worked out. Ah!
What?
The jettisons? Because it can't Meet George Jetson, his boy Elroy.
They also can't spell it with a Z because the Jetsons is a band. No, I'm serious, go look it up. And if you look up their song, Hard Times, yes, it sounds like Ice Cap Zone because the guy that was the keyboardist for that song was one of the composers that worked with Michael Jackson for the Sonic 3 music.
Okay, guys. So my question of the day is, do you guys agree with me and Carson that physical copies are, in fact, an important part of game preservation? I feel like physical copies are easier to protect than digital data because I worry about something stupid happening to servers, and if that comes to pass, then a lot of digital games will basically be lost to the ether unless they are backed up between multiple servers and hard drives. But anyway, I would really love to know what you guys think. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments below, or you can leave them on social media. All my social media links are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you liked my video, please hit the like button and leave some comments. If you're new to my channel and want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscription button and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please ring the bell next to the subscription button. That gives you the proper notifications of whenever I upload a new video. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media. Doing all of these things really helps out the channel, and it really helps our communities grow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time.